Hey guys, this is Gary with a tutorial on how to do what's called a Pokemon Revamp. This is one of the styles of animating that I use for my custom Pokemon animation videos. And so, what a revamp is you make an old sprite of a Pokemon look, well, newer. So what I mean is, here's an old sprite, not very good looking. This is a newer sprite with a newer style. I'm gonna make this look like this, but this will have the same pose. It will just have better color and outlining. So this is it. Today I'm going to be doing a revamp of Espeon, and this is Espeon from Gold version. Just the one I'm going to revamp, and I'm going to use the colors from Ruby and Sapphire Espeon sprite. So let's get started. So first, here we have our Espeon from Gold version and our Espeon from Ruby and Sapphire versions. And first we're going to get rid of all the white outlining the Gold version Espeon, and the checkerboard background just means that there's nothing behind it. Like, if I put on blue background, then there won't be any more checkerboard background because there's nothing behind it. So I'm going to undo that. And so the first thing you do is outline everything in black that you think should be outlined in black. So we're going to outline these parts in black. Also, erase whatever you think is unnecessary. So we're going to erase that little part. And just remember that everything that's not in black is going to be gotten rid of. So if you want to keep something, you should keep it and outline on black. An example of what you might want to outline in black are any outlines and any solid shapes. Like here, I'm doing the tail, the back, the eyes. These are all part of the outline. You want to have what makes up the outline, because without the outline, it'll just look like some weird shape and it won't look like a Pokemon. So I think we've outlined everything in black that needs to be outlined in black. And now, everything that's not in black is now going to become white. Just make everything else white. Because it's an old sprite, it uses a lot of white, which makes it a lot easier to just put everything else in white. This might take a while, and you have to have a lot of patience, but it's fun in the end. And it's also very rewarding once you're finished, because it'll be your own creation and you'll be happy with it, I'm sure. I hope. So we're almost finished here. Whoops. Okay, we're done. Everything is now only black and white. So now, it is time to start shading. So first, you're going to put down the darkest shade for each area. Since this is the darkest shade of purple for Espeon's body, I'm going to put down here as my first part of the shading. So that's taken care of. Now, for Espeon's little gem on its head, we're going to do that in this darkest shade of red that we have. And also, these really dark shades don't count because those are the outlining colors. They're never actually used for shading. So, now it's time to start shading. Now we take a second darkest shade, which is this purple here. And if you have a slightly darker shade like this one, but it's also used for the outline, put in the second darkest shade, which is what I did for this, for this one. So you can go ahead and start shading. Okay, we're back, and I've done more shading. And as you can see here, I've added in the second shade for most areas. And I'm still working on it, so I'll be back once I've added in the second shade. Sorry, I meant to say third shade. Okay, I'm back, guys, and I finished shading. Might look a little weird up close, but from far away it looks really cool. And now we are going to add the lining, which makes the outline look better. Like on here, it's definitely not totally surrounded in black. So that's what we are going to do. So first, before I leave and then show you my finished product, I am going to, I'm going to give you an example of how you could outline. This is the darker shade of purple that you'll use for your purple outlining. And you put it next to the dark shades of purple, like so. And then this is the second darkest shade of purple, which you still use for the shading, but it's okay as long as you don't put it near that color. You have to, you just want to put it near the really bright colors, like over here. So, for example, you put the brighter shades over here. And you put the darker shades like somewhere over here. Just, you want to make sure that there isn't any black anywhere, except for where it's really dark, and that usually doesn't happen. So just try to make sure there's not too much black, unless you have two shades clashing like here. You can put down the black here, and you can tell which is which pretty easily. Okay, so I'll be back once I'm finished shading. Okay guys, well I finished putting in the lines and the outline, as you can see. And I made a few edits to the flaws in the sprite, and now the outline looks like the one on this. So, and it looks very nice from far away. This is what it looks like from far away, as you can see. And this is our revamp. So now you can get rid of this one and replace this with this. So that is my tutorial on a revamp, the Pokemon revamp. If you want, you can animate it and just spice it up a little bit, but this is just the revamp part that I'm going to show you. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and bye.